Hey guys, this is Braden, and today we're looking at how to shim a differential. So I'm using the Savage bulkhead here, the Draco Diff case, and the Savage 29 tooth ring gear and 9 tooth pinion gear. So first of all, I will put the gear in here without any shims, just to check if the faces of the teeth line up this way and that way, right? So push that in there. Looks good to me. There is some play already. Alright, so it kind of gives you an idea of how much you will need to shim. Okay, so next, before I start building the diff, I actually sort of do a dry assembly, I guess. So make sure the gaskets are on there. And then I will screw this together. So this is just to get an idea of how many shims I will need to use before I start assembling the diff completely, and then filling it with oil. So okay, tighten it up. Okay, so let's put a bearing on here. So I don't have any shims at all on here yet, so I'll put that 8 by 16 by 5 on there. So now they are the same bearings on both sides, and then I will put it into the bulkhead, and as you can see, it moves. So I designed this case to have a little more play, so that way you can kind of optimize your mesh a bit better. It's about 1 millimeter of play. Depending on your bulkhead, it may differ. But yeah, so first I will push the whole diff to this side. So now I want to set the maximum, let's see, the maximum position of the gear. So now it doesn't move at all. So I definitely need some shimming on this side. So I'm going to start with 0.3 millimeter shim. Okay, put that on there. Put that back in. Once again, push completely. Check. Still no play. Okay, so I'll take this off. I'll put another 3 on. It's best to go big, because you can always go down again. Okay, so now there's 0.6 millimeters on the cap side, right? I'll push this, check. Okay, now we have some play. Still seems a bit tight, so I might add a 0.1. So now we have 0.7 millimeters of shims. Put that back in. Okay, push to the right. Oh, sounds a bit better. All right, now it still can move side to side, so I'm going to put a 0.1 on this side. Another one of these. There we go. Check again. All right, now it's tight. Great. Spins freely. Okay, so much faster now, right? Like, if you build this and then do this, you have to take everything apart to get the shims off. So now we have our shims set. We can start assembling the diff. So let me talk to you about the diff case. So I designed this to replace the stock HPI differential case, the alloy one. And benefits of this case are easy to rebuild, easy to shim, easy maintenance, and of course it uses the 8 by 16 by 5 bearing on this side. So this cap is 4340 steel. It has a black coating. The case itself is 7075 aluminium with hard anodized coating, and the caps also, the plates, these are 7075 hard anodizing. Right, and these are the updated ones, that's why the color is slightly different. Okay, so now this one came off, so put that back on. Now I'm going to assemble it. So just over here, put the out drive in, and the pin. Need my pliers. You can build this, you can actually build this side of the diff without the case attached if you like. But if you want to build it this way, it's okay because there's enough space in the case to use to install the pin, as you can see. All right, and then I will put the gear, 22 spider gear. Okay, and then this can be a little tricky sometimes. So put the plate, make sure the flat part of the plate is facing into the inside of the case. Put that in there. Put that this way. And then slide it in. Oop, see, I made a mistake. So to bring it back out. Yes. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes it's smooth, sometimes it's not. Okay, and put that in there first. Put that there. Okay, there's one. Next. Flat part facing in. Flat part facing in. Okay, and then put that there. A little tricky. There we go, kind of. Okay. Okay, and drops right in. Okay, then put this on top. Okay. Yep. Put this on. Put the pin through. Okay. Now let's line it up and assemble. All right. Last one. So now I will go ahead and do one last test. All right. And then put this in here. Okay. Cool. Not moving at all. Solid. All right, so now I will, or I would, I'm not going to, but I would fill it up with oil. So I use 100,000 weight or 200,000 weight, depending on how I want it to drive. Usually 200 in the rear, 100,000 in the front, or 200 in the front and rear. Yeah. There's the build, and there's how I shim. So if you guys do it differently, please let me know in the comments. I'm always open to try something new. But as I've done this many times, I've figured out how to do it, and the best way to shim for me is this way. Because you have the two-piece diff, it's a little easier to make adjustments, but you can do basically the same process using the stock differential. So attach it to the gear without the components, make sure the shims are correct, and then build it as I did. So exactly the same process. Alright, well, thank you very much. Leave any comments below, and see you in the next video.